Cleveland Browns never going to lose a football game again. That's just something crazy to think about. Just a week ago, Baker Mayfield was being called overrated as hell by a coworker of mine named Rex Ryan. Now, Rex Ryan, incredibly handsome man, great football mind, incredible teeth, good tan, love his suits. He's a guy who's been around the game for a long time, so whenever he speaks, people listen. Mm-hmm. Cleveland Browns listened. Everybody listened. It was a talking point of the week. Everybody's saying, is Baker Mayfield overrated? I said, whoa, 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 whoa. He's only played football for 17 games here in the NFL. I don't know if now's the time to judge somebody because we're only 17 games into this thing. Peyton Manning might have thrown 45 interceptions by the time he got into his 17th game. He ended up to be a pretty good quarterback in the end of this whole thing. Maybe we should slow down on the judgment of Baker. And what did Baker Mayfield and Browns do? They walked into Baltimore, crab cakes,
and football.
That's what Maryland does. This particular year, Ravens and Maryland play a hard, smash-mouth style of football. We got a quarterback that doesn't like the run but can. We got a couple tight ends. We got one deep threat in Hollywood Brown. You're going to come into our house with our defense, our special teams, and our offense, and you think you're going to get a win? Overrated Baker Mayfield? And that's what everybody on TV said, too. This is the game that the Browns get smashed. This is a tough opponent for the Cleveland Browns, especially after what happened last week whenever Baker was being called overrated. What did the Browns do, though? Old Freddie Kitchens started whipping in that kitchen. He said, you know what we need to do? We need to get the ball to Nick Chubb. We need to get the ball on the ground here. We're going to commit to the run. Then when we commit to the run, that's going to open up the pass game. We're going to give the ball to Chubb, boom, to the tune of like 174 yards or something like that. Incredible on the ground in Baltimore, which is what you're going to have to do to beat the Ravens. Then Freddie Kitchens said, man, I got a lot of weapons. What am I going to do with them? We got the ground attack going. What are we going to do in the air? Like, well, we'll use Odell Beckham as a decoy. They're going to double team him and triple team him. Let's do this. So then old buddy Ricky Seals Jones or whatever his name is, Seals Jones, can go ahead and get loose for a couple wide open catches. Then Jarvis Landry, we can feed him a little bit. And as long as Odell Beckham Jr. can continue to put the team before me, big team, little me, continue to put the success of his team over the success of himself, I think that offense continues to be successful. Because what Odell Beckham Jr. does that nobody gives him enough credit for is he garners attention from the defense, no matter what. Rex Ryan talked about whenever he was at the Bills and they were playing against the Giants, he would motion over or rotate. He would rotate his safety over top of Odell every single time. Every time Odell was on the field, he was getting doubled or triple teamed. That's still happening today because of how explosive Odell Beckham Jr. is. We saw it yesterday. It helped out the Browns on a lot of occasion. Gave Baker a couple wide open passes. Also, Freddie Kitchens was drawing up a lot shorter plays to get the ball out of Baker's hands quicker. But as long as Odell Beckham Jr. doesn't lose his mind, because Odell Beckham likes a couple things. What's he like? He likes pizza, we learned?
Yep.
He likes dancing.
Mm-hmm. He likes his earrings.
He likes his earrings. He lost his earring yesterday, so look for him to come out with a vengeance after being strangled on a football field and losing his earring. So look for him to come out a little bit vicious next week. But he also likes the ball. He likes getting the ball because he knows he's a dynamic player. But can he switch that mindset of I am a dynamic player when I have the ball, but I'm also an incredibly dynamic player when I don't have the ball? Here's something that relates to me, that relates to Odell Beckham, that I'll try to correlate together, but won't make much sense for a lot of people. Odell Beckham Jr., whenever he was with the Giants, the more he was targeted, the less the Giants would win. Mm-hmm. The less he was targeted, the more that the other players got in, the more success the Giants had. Now, granted, they didn't have a lot of success whenever he was there. He's been looking for a team to win with, but is that type of trait going to carry into Cleveland? Let me tell you this. So when I was a young punter in the NFL, I was just trying to hit bombs. Let me hit this ball 60 yards in the air. I'll look good, probably get to fornicate afterwards with my now fiance. Let me just go ahead and have a good time here. Then I changed my punting style completely to one that is all fair catch oriented, one that I completely eliminate the return, one that I give my team the best chance to succeed, even though I'm not going to be getting the oohs and ahs from the crowd from hitting 60-yard balls anymore. I sacrificed the 60-yard balls so I could get 47-yard balls with a fair catch every single time. I sacrificed the highlight punts that do well on the internet so that I could eliminate the returner that wouldn't affect our team, wouldn't hurt our team. So I sacrificed the big play in the punting world, which isn't that big of a play, but in our world, the bigger play, for the good of the team. Is Odell Beckham going to be able to have that thought, that mature thought? Whenever I was young, probably wouldn't have been able to have me do that. As I got older is the only time it came. Odell Beckham has said, all I want is to be on a winning team. If their way of winning is him just distracting and everybody else eating, will Odell Beckham be able to continue to do that? I'm excited to see. I hope so. But boy, it sure feels like that's going to be tough, especially with a wide receiver that loves the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, to his credit, I guess, no one's just like you, no one's talking about how selfless and admirable that is that you're willing to do that. I mean, that's basically changing your entire outlook on your career, you know, just like that for the good of the team.
Yeah, for the good of the team. And also, Odell's doing it right now, right? He got targeted three times in the last 16 series. Odell Beckham has touched the ball. 3 times in the last 16 series. That's not great. That is not a lot of touches for a guy who I think deserves a lot of touches. But whenever you sit him down and you say, hey, listen, whenever you're not getting the ball, though, like this is what's happening. Whenever you're coming across here, you're bringing 3 defenders that are running into each other, and old Ricky Seals-Jones is going this way wide open for a touchdown. If that type of stuff, and I assume Freddie Kitchens is handling this inside the room, but inside the meeting room, you have to let Odell Beckham know, like, hey, listen, we appreciate your selflessness right now. Your numbers aren't going to be big. You're getting paid $17 million this year. You're getting paid a lot of money. We know you're expecting a certain amount of touches, a certain amount of this. We'll try to get you the ball. We'll run little reverse passes with you showcasing how great of an athlete you are. Throwing the ball 55 yards, by the way, on a hop, basically ducking, avoiding 2 people, and throwing it right through the hands of one of his receivers. Should have been caught.
Should have been, yeah.
Should have been caught. But we'll try our best. But if Odell Beckham can continue to swallow that selfless pill and just be like, listen, I'll do whatever I can to win, that's a big deal. And I think him being in the same meeting room as Jarvis Landry is helping with that. I think Jarvis Landry being like, yeah, but dog, look what you're doing for me. Look what you're doing for this. I think that's a big deal. But how long will it last?
Well, and to your point, I think as long as they continue to go out and smack teams in the mouth, which they did on Sunday, then he's going to be okay with it. It's like, all right, well, whatever. You know, we're beating the hell out of teams, so I can live with it. It's when you flip it around and they start losing by 2-3 touchdowns and he's not getting the ball that he's like, all right, this is ridiculous. Feed me the rock.
Hey, Freddie. Hey, Mr. Kitchens. Will you get me the damn ball? I made a one-handed grab on Monday Night Football in my stadium, basically. He got single covered one time too, by the way. I saw it yesterday during the play, and I wanted to break it down this morning on Get Up. How as soon as, if Baker ever sees him in single coverage, whatever the play is, they should just for the sake of Odell Beckham's personality, just for the sake of his moral, just the sake of let's keep Odell Beckham happy, he was in single coverage, and I thought for sure Baker was just going to be like, all right, you do whatever you got to do, because Odell is never covered. I mean, he was targeted 7 times yesterday, only caught the ball twice, but it feels like if these numbers stay where they're at, Odell's going to start asking for some things, and he should, by the way. He's one of the most gifted athletes to ever play in football.
Yeah, well, and you assume that's what they brought him there to do. I mean, they're not paying him $17 million a year to be a decoy on every play. Eventually, you're getting him because you know he can hit home runs.
All right, how about this? What if he was just a decoy? That's like you paid Darrelle Revis.
Exactly.
Nobody would ever throw towards Revis, right?
Yep.
Everybody's like, Darrelle Revis is the greatest corner in the game. He's the greatest corner in the game. Well, he's got 1 pass breakup this year. And it's like, well, is he the greatest corner in the game? Yeah, because literally half the field is gone now because Darrelle Revis is over there. It almost feels like that's what Odell Beckham Jr. is doing for their offense. It's like, all right, we're not going to be able to throw it to him because he's triple team. But with that triple team means we got everything else going on. And then as soon as you find a team that thinks they have a guy that can go one-on-one with Odell, then Freddie Kitchens has got to eat in that kitchen. He's got to be like, okay, we found a team that thinks they got Odell. Now we got to eat. And I'll be excited to see if they do that.